Okay, here we go.
Let's come here every week.
This will be your, This is, hi, I'm,
Sorry.
Whirlwind. Hi, I'm Reysha Rami, and I'm answering your questions about my debut album, Tom F00LERY. And if you have taste, you've already streamed it. I asked people to submit any questions that they had about anything having to do with my album, Tom F00LERY, and these are the questions that you asked. I'm here with
Charlie.
and she's going to be asking me your questions. Yay!
Yay! And
Yay!
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much, Reysha Rami, for having
Oh
me.
my gosh. This is the second time that we're filming this video. Yeah. So this time I had some time to prepare for some of the questions that on the spot I would not know answers to. So this is even better.
This is cute. Okay, first question.
Okay.
What was the most memorable or favorite moment on set while filming the visualizers?
The most memorable would probably be in not a very, it was very stressful, but it was a 2-day shoot in April to do all of the visualizers. And on the end of the first day, we were doing FREAKEE. And we were running so far behind. And bless Bear, she was doing, well, she did both hair and makeup. But I know, such a slay. She
does it
she's
all.
so good. She literally does everything. But we had to paint me white, and the body paint just like would not stay on at all. Like it just kept cracking, and she was keeping a really composed face for as long as she could, which was, it was getting ready for like over an hour at least, upwards.
Oh my God.
It was a really long time. And eventually she just like was like, this is not working. And we were already like 15 minutes until the booking was done, and we hadn't done anything yet. So she was doing that, and then Rumsha and Destiny, who were doing wardrobe and styling, were trying to wrap me in this like white fabric for the outfit. But they didn't have a mirror to look at what they were doing, because Bear was needing to like face me to anyway do the body paint. So it was very stressful. That would definitely be the thing that stood out. But like the more positive, memorable one is that the last video that we shot was I Like It a Lot, and we did that at my house. And so everybody from the crew got to come over, and it was a lot more relaxed, and it also was body paint, and it also took forever. And again, bless Bear for doing hair and makeup for that as well.
Yeah, where did you get the all chrome body paint? That's crazy.
I think it was left over from the S&M EP shoot, actually, because we painted my body chrome for that too, but you could barely tell because of the lighting for it. But that video shoot, or the end of that second day, was really fun because everybody got to meet the foster cat Moo.
Oh,
I know, and he was really
He's
good.
so
He was really good.
He was a
yeah,
cutie.
and everybody loved him, so that was really special.
oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's cute. What was the first song recorded for the project?
Okay, this is one that now that I had
gonna
the
ask it
benefit of
again.
hindsight, I took the time to actually figure out what the answer to that is. The first song recorded for the project was Titties, which we first wrote as like a full song on July 24th of 2024 with Liam. And it had a second verse, and it sounded very different, but I just like didn't like the second verse. And yeah, I didn't like the second verse, but I loved the first verse, and I loved the hook. And then we just kind of kept it for a while, and then eventually we decided to try mashing that up with High Fashion.
Those were separate songs to start.
Yeah. High Fashion we made on August 29th, 2024, which also sounded very different. After that was Riot, which was September 17th of 2024. And then everything was kind of like within like September through December was kind of when everything was made of last year. I know. I didn't think it feels like a long time ago. But I guess in terms of like an album that, I don't know if that's I feel like that's like short when you think of like that, but actually I don't know, it feels like a long time to sit on something. Okay, next question.
Oh, this is a big one.
Ooh.
Oh, this is a good one. Okay.
People are so good at asking
I know,
questions.
people are so curious. What's one specific creative risk you took on the album that you might not have dared to take on before? And what did you learn about yourself as an artist by taking it?
Yeah, I feel like that was
That's
kind
a
of a hard
deep
one to
one.
think about. I feel like reaching out to both 6X and Danny Brown, like asking them to be on a song or just like moving forward with it.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, for 6X, it was like reaching out to her and asking, like, would you want to be on a remix of it? And then with Danny, it was more of like sending him the track options and then like coming back around early this year. I mean, like, hey, I want to put this out. And I mean, I didn't know if there would be like a clearance process or like if he, you know, if he was going to have notes or like if he didn't, you know, but he was just like very on board with it. And I feel like what I learned about myself from it was, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of nerve-wracking to like ask and then you don't know if they're going to want to do it. You don't know if you're going to like what they put down. You don't know if they're going to like where the song ends up. You don't know if there's going to be like logistic issues with like releasing it. I didn't know if either of them were like on labels and whatnot, but I mean, everything was just like really easy to work with. So I feel like it was just a thing of like, might as well ask, like, what's the worst thing that's going to happen? They're going to leave you on red and nobody has their Instagram receipts on anymore anyway. How's it going? Is it going
How
well?
do you think? What do you
I think good. I mean, it's either going to be like, this makes a lot more sense, or it's going to be like, this
Same
is
thing.
still awkward. And I'll be like, oh, what if it's actually just me being weird at answering questions like this?
No, I think it makes more sense.
I hope.
How far did you and producers go in experimenting with sound when working on the album?
Oh my God, really far. Oh, is there more to that question?
No.
Oh, really far. I feel like, I mean, and the thing that you said too before of like, so many of the demos sounded very different than what the final version is, I think is common for my work process at this point of like, I feel like we make something and then it has a specific sound and then maybe you just like get over that sound, or you make a new song and it's like, oh, how do we make, like, I want to release this other one, but it doesn't fit with this sound now. So how do you know, make it fit that world? And then you just reproduce it by myself, obviously. I reproduce it. Yeah, but I feel like the music I listen to probably, I mean, it had to have changed from July of 2024 to whenever the most recent one was made, which would, I think I Like It a Lot was the last one to be finished or something in 2025, which definitely sounds really different. I'll play the demo version of it. Because again, now that I have the gift of hindsight from this last video, it's like, oh, I actually can go in my Dropbox and see what these old versions are. I can play them.
You should play the old version.
I should.
Right now? Or are you going to like hold it here?
I don't know. What was I? No, I feel like even if I do that in post, I could just like put the audio on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So.
Yeah. Especially with decks, like you guys can always be changing stuff and you have access to that like so readily available. I feel like, does that feel like it takes pressure off of like making something that's like album material in the moment? Because you have the expectation that it might change and evolve in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I don't ever feel pressured. I've never felt pressured to release something from where I am. I mean, if there's been opinions from like business side people, right? Or like, but not actual like the musician part of it. I've never felt pressured by Dex to put a song out because like, you know, that's what it sounds like, or it's really cool. It's more of, and even the idea of like, I don't think that I was thinking of like, how do I make a song for an album? I really think that all of these songs could be singles on their own, which, you know, is probably like, you know, I think that there's worth to like album cuts or like, songs that are like good when you're listening to the full sequence. But I don't know. I mean, I could be biased, but I just feel like all of them are singles. So what does it say?
Me trying to think of something funny to say. Just slowly spacing out. Okay. How come the album doesn't include any of the 2023 or 2024 singles on it? I can answer that because there's enough material for a full album's length of singles, like you just said, in 2025. Why would you need to include other ones when you have amazing new ones?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it less than that?
Exactly that. I'm not going to add anything else. And I feel like it was not really an idea to have any of the old songs on there. One, because I think now when you listen to this album, it's still, you know, like electronic, and in that, obviously it's still electronic, but it's a different kind of sound, I feel like. And personally, I definitely like look at it a type of way, and I am a true hater to my core. So like that is what that is. But when I see someone do that, like, oh, you released a song, you know, a year ago or 2 years ago, and it has, you know, 1 million streams, or it has 500,000 streams, or whatever it has, and then like you put it on the album, and then of course it just makes like the total album streams, you know, look like, oh look, this album came out a week ago and I have like 1 million streams on it already, when that comes from a song that you put out a really long time ago that's just carrying the weight of all of it. And because I have that thought when I see people do that, I didn't want to have that thought about myself, and I didn't want anybody to have that thought, because that's not, I mean, I don't care about that, which is even for Blackout, right? Like I could have, in a lot of, you know, the opinions that were there were like, put it on the album, and it's like, well, I don't want to do that, because then it just looks like I did that for a strategic reason. It's giving like Drake, you know, like doing that, or like having like 30 songs on an album, and then it's like, oh look, all of these streams. It's like, well, that's the first listen, and then you don't listen to any of those ever again. So, which is also why we did 10 songs, because I feel like you can say that you want a bunch of songs, but you don't. And you can say you want them to be 4 minutes, but you don't. And most importantly, I don't. So that is what that is.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
Would be long.
Yeah. I went on, I looked up my name. I'm acknowledging that, on Reddit. And when Sucking Diesel came out, there was on some like pop thread, people like put their feedback or opinions on it, and people were just like appalled that the song wasn't 2 minutes. Maybe like most of my songs aren't. Like, this isn't new information about Reysha Rami songs. And also, just play it again. Like, give me the stream.
People were upset that it wasn't longer.
Yeah, that was like the only like feedback. Unless someone was like, it's good, or like, love her music. It was like, you know, they used a specific word, but it was like, it's just the fact that this isn't even 2 minutes is just like, come on, girl. And it's like, no, you come on.
Well, like, come on, what?
Make it longer. What else do you want in that song?
Interesting.
Yeah.
How online are you? How like
I've looked up my name on Reddit a few times.
But how engaged or like how much do you have to set boundaries of like reading comments about yourself, about your project?
But on like there's not like that much out there to begin with. Yeah. Like I feel like it's or what I speculate the trajectory of this is like, you're small, and like you have the only people talking about you are people that like really fuck with you.
Yeah.
Because more people eventually find out about you, and then that's where mixed opinions are going to come. And then, you know, maybe the next step is just always going to be like 50-50 or whatever it is. But like, I don't think that at this point there's enough perception of me to be like talking about it online. But I don't not welcome that, you know, like
if you had people like, if you had online, not hate, but like the mixed opinions, would you engage with the comments?
I think so. I mean, someone commented on a TikTok of mine today or yesterday saying like reheating Slater's nachos on a video of House of Sin. And I was like, yummy. Like, why would I take that as an insult? I love Slater. And also, that song doesn't sound like a Slater song. So I don't know if she did a video exactly like that. And, you know, on me, but also cool idea. So I'm not sure.
Interesting.
Dream collab, Slater.
Yeah. I'm curious about that, but I want to move on.
About what?
Just online, like how to be an artist online.
I mean, you can look me up on Reddit and like see what pops up.
I don't think I need to do that.
Okay. But if you're really curious, like, I mean, there's not that much. You'd be able to do it in like 10 minutes.
No, I'm curious about, as the artist, how you engage with the online world.
Oh, I mean, so I feel, okay, well, if either I just like, in my way of trolling someone back, like saying like yummy, like you're not going to insult me by saying that you sound like this person.
Yeah.
Like that's not an insult. That's you making connections. Like this sounds like something. And that's probably, you know, you're probably going to remember that whether you like it or not. But otherwise, I mean, like in general, when people comment on like the time length of songs, I'm like, I don't have the attention span to make something longer, and I'm sorry. Like, just hit replay, which is usually the response I give. So
smart. Nobody wants a long song.
Nobody wants a long
They're
song.
lying. Okay. Is that you talking robotic in certain songs, i.e. freaky?
Freaky.
Freaky.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is me talking on Freaky, and then in Riot too.
Can you do the voice?
You like it when I get. Is that what it's?
That's actually so good. What the
You like it when I get freaky on the dance floor. I don't think I said it that way. I'm sure I just.
That was shockingly similar.
Thank you.
But isn't that one the one that Dex was like, "Hey, can you say this?" And then
That's the same thing
in
with
KO?
Riot too. I'm pretty sure I was just like laying in bed both times, and he was like, "I'm gonna hit the buttons, and then for each button, like do one word until you say this phrase." Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know. I just did that, and then he did his thing. I don't listen. I put the top line down, and then like, however long later, I get a beautiful bounce of a finished song, and I just get to be like, yes.
Is there ever production stuff that you will be like very particular about?
Honestly, I don't. I feel like no. But I could. I mean, there's definitely going to be a lot of things that I don't want. But I mean, Dex just knows not to use fucking like trap hi hats. So, which is
The number one.
I just. Why are you still doing that? Why?
Who?
All of you. All of you. I could start some online beef by name dropping, but I'm not going to start it.
What was the most difficult decision you had to make for the album?
I might think of a better answer to this, but I think that the hardest thing to finalize was what we were going to do with the Blackout remix, because it's not really a remix, right? Because like nothing really changed on the production, so I don't actually know how to like reference it other than just Blackout with 6X.
It's a feature.
Yeah, but what do you call it? Like
A feature.
Okay, but what do I like? The Blackout feature?
Yeah.
Like that's what she would say.
It's a feature.
And it's not a re-release. No, I know it's okay. Anyway.
Like what's Brat, but it's completely different. That's like it's a feature album. Like
Well, yeah,
for
but
Charlie.
the production is. I mean, they reproduced all of those songs.
Yeah,
so like
those
those
are
are.
remixes.
I mean, I think that's what like I would think of a
But
remix.
she didn't even call it a remix album.
What did she?
Anyways.
What did she call it?
Brat, but it's the same but completely different or something. Which is
That's
kind of exactly
pretty
what it is.
clever. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. My Daisy sister.
Your what?
My Daisy sister.
The what?
Daisy is like the word to like how you call like European or like South Asian diaspora is Daisy. And her mom is Daisy. Her mom is Indian.
Charlie?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe I'll keep that. And then you can get canceled on the internet for not knowing.
I never claimed to be a Charlie anything. I do love her.
But I think, yeah, figuring out what to do with the Blackout remix or re-release with 6X, because what was it? Because it came out on June 30th, and like initially it was like, should I put the album out later and then just put that out on the anniversary? Because like I think that that's cute to like have it come out same day, but you know, how many people are actually paying attention to those kind of details? I don't know, but as a classified hater, I pay attention to those things, but other people's releases, I'd be watching. I don't engage all that much, but I'd be watching. I'd be watching at 9 p.m. Pacific time. Or listening, I suppose, because we have the gift of music coming out at 9 p.m., which is really nice. So, yeah, figuring out what to do with the Blackout remix featuring 6X.
Wait, what do you mean? What to do as in...
Like when to release it.
Oh, okay.
Like, does it come out on the album, which felt better to me because it wasn't just putting the original Blackout on the album, but,
I see.
You know, it still has a place in this world and is still, you know, in this in the, like, sonic world
and
of
would
this.
be accountable for its own streams.
Yeah,
starting
which
from zero.
it's doing... I mean, it's doing its thing.
It's doing well.
It's doing well. It's doing better than Blackout Original did at this point.
Wow.
So, for sure. It has like, I don't know, 100,000 times more streams than Blackout Original had when it came out a month later. So,
I mean, Blackout Original is helping that.
yes.
And
Well,
6X
actually, I think
is helping
6X
that,
being on
yeah.
it is helping that. So,
Also,
yeah. She's...
when did you decide to do a music video for that?
I feel like I feel like it was an idea suggested to me, but at that point I'd already used all of the budget from the money I had to do all the visualizers for the album. And so I was like, no, great idea. Whose fucking money is going to pay for that, you know? So luckily I was able to borrow the money that I needed, which would have been like June. No, May. May, everything was planned. Mm-hmm. So I collaborated with 6X's creative director, Leanne, and he was so cute. He was so cute. You met him.
Yes.
Even though we're strangers. Just meeting for the first time today in this interview.
Right.
Right. Also, shout out to you. You do so much for me.
No.
Yes. Yes.
I'm just a fan.
Just know. Just I'm not good with gifts, but
this is a perfect follow-up question.
Okay.
Because the biggest inspiration or inspirations for the album.
I don't know how true to this the album actually ended up being executed as, but I feel like I watched Requiem for a Dream for the first time during that time period of when we were making the music, and like the editing of that movie and just the content, like it was just so pretty and so artistic that I feel like inevitably that came into what we were thinking for the visuals. And then just like surrealism and aliens, like the idea for all of it was like, what if electronic music was brought, you know, people are like, in 100 years, what names are people going to recognize still? If you were to bring electronic music to a different planet, you're going to have to bring like the most hyperbolic versions of it, right, to represent a whole genre. And then you leave that music with these aliens, and then you're like, you know, return to Earth when you have an album.
When did that thought come into play?
That wasn't my thought. That was Dex's thought, which is very common, that...
But I feel like that's a shared...
No, for sure, because there's, one brain
one
cell.
Brain, yeah.
Yeah.
One household, one brain.
One love.
Because did you make one and then have that and be like, oh my God, that... Because I feel like that is a theme. And then other songs came after that and be like inspired by that theme. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that the idea was like solidified when I don't know if it was the final version, but like when we shifted the production of Freaky, or like it just got fleshed out to what it was. And I think that robotic voice too in it kind of sets that tone. But I don't know, there's just something about listening to that song, especially when you're not super sober in bed at night listening to it. And it's just like your mind is already in another world when you that song to me is just like, it just rings like out of this world. I don't know. So I think that that's when it really solidified. And then just like working on the visual side of it, it all just like came to life in that way, which would have been like February of this year, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Me too.
It's such a good concept. I mean, it's just like such a fun way to think about making music.
Yeah.
And like your legacy as an artist, which can be like really intense to think about if you're like, this is my legacy. Yeah. But if you're like, this is what I'm leaving the aliens, it's like so much more fun.
This is, yeah. Like, definitely I feel like takes the pressure off.
Yeah.
Or just even like, embracing that like it is extreme and like not everybody, will like that, and that's fine. I don't like most of you. I don't like most of your music. So.
And I mean it's just your taste. Like it's okay to have taste.
Yeah. For sure.
And
is it okay to have subsequently that many opinions? Unsure. Luckily I keep most of them inside thoughts, but
so your visual world, Requiem for a Dream, surrealism, aliens, electronic music, and
it's like a haiku of the album.
Freaky. Getting high.
On life.
What do you feel like Dex what would he say about
I feel like he would agree with both of those.
Music inspirations?
Probably like the French Touch thing. Sebastian. I'm going to butcher this name, and I'm going to do it the most American way. Mr. Oizo. Sorry.
What's the not American
It's
way?
like Oazu or something.
Oh.
It's like, there's like a, Boys Noise, etc. I mean, I feel like, this is a tangent, but it's fun being an artist that like is on top of production that like DJs do, or like just like producers that don't You know what I mean? Like Boys Noise, like they have vocalists or top liners on songs, but also like that's not necessarily what the focus of the song is. And I feel like it's a fun bridge to be an artist that is presenting that type of music. And I would still think that the top line is over most of my songs, but even like in drops or just, you know, it feels like it's kind of bridging that gap. Bridging the gap between my Indian heritage and my American upbringing.
Wow, that's
awesome. The only thing that I have told anybody that has written a bio about me to not include, because I fucking hate when people say that. We're good. It's been bridged. I feel very strongly about it.
I don't know. That feels very important.
I am
to you as a
unadulterated, certified hater. Would you agree? As my friend, would you agree that I'm a hater?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. But I don't know where the line between hater and having taste is, though.
Yeah, I feel like there's probably a lot of overlap.
What's the last song recorded for T0M?
The last song recorded was I'm in Your Pocket on December 11th, 2024. And Sucking Diesel was made on November 29th, 2024. So those are really close to each other.
Wow.
And Sucking Diesel was one where it didn't change much at all from the demo or the first version. I don't think I'd like recut anything. And I don't think that there was too much change on the production at all about it. Yeah. Other than it was called Breaks first.
Sucking Diesel's way better. When did the intro come?
Oh, we made that song almost immediately after watching Paul Mescal's Hot One interview. Yeah.
What was I'm in Your Pocket inspired by?
I don't know if there's a specific thing about it. I just remembered it was a phrase that Dex was like, it would be cool to be like a freaky little photograph. And then he gave like, I'm in your, like that line. Yeah.
How did you get Danny Brown on DISCOTEQ?
I forced him. No, he followed me on Instagram, and then Dex was like, you need to follow him back and you should do a song with him because that would be like the cosign. And this is why I believe that, and gave me his spiel. And I was like, yeah, I mean, yes, obviously. So I had DM'd him and I was just like, yeah, so stoked that you followed me. And he was like, would love to do something together. And then I was like, yeah. And then maybe like a month or two later, I sent him a couple beats. And then pretty quickly after, he just sent back all of his top lines. And that definitely sounded different, very different from what the final version sounds like. The first version of it was more like deconstructed club sounding. And the issue the whole time was how do we make like my parts fit his parts, because we didn't want to change anything about his. Yeah, this is what the original sounded like. I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. I think that means dance club in Spanish. I didn't need to play this part. Oh yeah, I had a verse. Okay, where does he come in? Money is the only thing that we trust. Got big bucks, okay, run it up. Got them banging, saying, throw your hands up. Ain't no claim, your man, just go nuts. So just turn up, go burn. You can't fuck with us, we on top, rock. Anyway.
Oh my God.
There's actually so many versions of this song. Have you heard this one? I won't play much of it, but. So yeah, wow. I think there's like two other versions of that, but that is called DISCOTEQ New, and then there's DISCOTEQ New.
Oh my God.
And then there's DISCOTEQ Mix. There's DISCOTEQ 4, 5, 6. Anyway, yeah.
Does Dex just...
we will not release this song.
Right.
So
you can't.
What are we gonna do to make this happen? Yeah.
And practice takes Practice makes perfect.
Practice takes perfection.
Yeah, right. Right.
That's what I always say.
Well, this question, asks, are there any demos that are completely different from the final version?
Yes.
Yes.
DISCOTEQ, as evidenced by just playing that.
Practice is perfect.
Other ones, just keep my phone on me. I thought about this. Again, the gift of hindsight. Okay, the songs that were very different, like completely different, were DISCOTEQ, Bombastic, High Fashion, I Like It a Lot. And then the songs, not that this was asked, but songs that stayed the exact same or were just the first bounce of the song were Sucking Diesel, House of Sin, and Riot.
That one is, the mix is, I feel like actually, I feel like something that non-musician people might hear and be like, that feels off. But it's so hard to get it right.
Yeah.
And it's so like technically
Wait, what do you think people are going to think is off?
No, it's like distorted. Like I feel like if my mom were listening to that, she'd be like, it's really distorted. And I'm like,
I've never thought that about it, but interesting.
well, it's like,
comment if you think that the mix of Riot sounds distorted.
I don't think it sounds distorted.
No, it's engagement.
But you know what I'm saying?
I've never thought that about Riot.
What do you think about it? The mix.
That it's good.
It's extremely good. But it's that, to do that on those kinds of sounds, I think is very difficult.
I agree.
But I think specifically on that song, because the chorus is a very distorted like bass sound. It's a very like hi-fi.
Yeah.
Anyways. Did your songwriting / production process change at all with approaching this project as a full album versus releasing singles? E.g., what is E.g.?
Oh, E.g. is, for example, in contrast to I.E. means in other words.
Why
Shout out
E?
to my dad for buying me Grammar Girl in high school to study for the SATs.
Why E? I.E.
They're Latin.
Oh, got it.
But I fucking schooled you.
E.g. Let me re-ask this question. Did your songwriting or production process change at all with approaching this project as a full album versus releasing singles? E.g., more thought for cohesion.
That's funny that you say E.g. 'cause
what else am I supposed to?
For example.
Oh fuck.
No, I feel like similar answer to the other one of I don't think there's anything really different about approaching songwriting on it. And I would say that it was still approached from the sense of like, this should be a song that could be on its own and people would listen to, or, you know, feel like it's comparable to what a single song sounds like. So yeah, I mean, of course, like the things that we listen to are like the taste and like obviously the versions of certain songs sounded very different, but the top lines honestly just kind of stayed the same, just because we had that freedom to, you know, try as many times as we wanted to until we felt like that was like the final one, which luckily neither myself nor Dex are people that are like, let's just, you know, do it to do it. Like otherwise we'd go fucking insane and I would never release music because that just sounds like the worst. So yeah.
What does more thoughts for cohesion mean?
Probably like production sounds or like, you know, I mean, because like if the original of Bombastic went on the album, it would still be electronic, but it would it would still be electronic, but it would be, I mean, that just sounds different. And I feel like the current version fits very well with the world and sound design of the album.
Was that one more difficult? Because that was another producer. Was that more difficult to?
No, honestly, La Nueva Era made that song so easy. It was, I mean, I had discarded that song at that point.
Yeah.
I think Dex was kind of like, you know, he reached out, he sent me some sample packs. He's really good. Like, we should send him something.
Yeah.
And you don't want to do anything with this song, so let's just send it and see, you know, if we like what he does.
Wow. Do you have any collaborations coming up? Who is a dream collab for you?
I have a lot of collaborations coming up. I have a song with Kid South coming out, or maybe it'll be out by the time that this video is out, depending on how quickly I edit it. That comes out August 15th, and that's called Call Daddy Up. And then I have a song with Rilo and Chi-Chi coming out on August 22nd, and that's called Ambrosia. And then Michael Madrano and I are doing 2 songs together. And then there's another version of Blackout
That's
And my dream collaboration is Slater.
How did you come up with the album name, Tom Foolery?
I don't remember fully how, but I know that I came up with it in February. But it must have been from something that we watched on TV. Or maybe I was reading my book about the Dust Bowl.
Yeah. Are you still reading it?
I am still reading that. I am. But it's really interesting, and I learned a lot. And I'm watching a 5-part docuseries about Hurricane Katrina right now on HBO, I think. And it all relates. It all relates how we fucked up the land right away. I'm not claiming that. You arrived here as the immigrants and fucked the land up.
I'm very sorry. What were some other names you were contemplating? I feel like
I was thinking of LP, like long play, just calling it that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
An album, like Reysha Rami presents an album. And then Dex still calls it Freaky. Like as we were making the set list for Philadelphia, he's like, we have to do the show mixes for all of Freaky. And I'm like, we already have the show mix for Freaky. And I'm like, oh, you're talking about the album Tom Foolery.
Right.
It's not called Freaky. Got it. So I think in his mind that was the contender, but that didn't seem like an album name to me. So
I think Tom Foolery is a very, very incredible album.
Thank you. If I do a deluxe, I want to call it Tom Fuckery, or just like second album name, Tom Fuckery. I just feel like people are in for the bit for that long. I would be down to play it out further.
What was the writing process?
I
for
didn't
the album
fully screen all the questions out. You saw them last time.
I thought that was the point of this.
I just typed them all out and I put them on the thing and then I cut them. There could be some repeat. I'm just a girl. I'm just a baby.
Okay, maybe we want to ask this one last.
What
was your favorite part of creating the album?
Stage it. Titty question.
What is your favorite track on the album?
My favorite track to listen to is Freaky, but my favorite track to perform is Second Diesel. I have a lot of fun doing Second Diesel.
Which part?
All of it.
All of it.
All of it.
Not that you asked me, but I think my favorite.
Yeah, what's your favorite?
I think it's Freaky or I'm in Your Pocket. I'm in Your Pocket is so good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and a really good start to the album.
Yeah.
I feel like it polarizes enough where it's like, if you're like, oh, I don't like that, it's like, good.
Yeah.
You know, it's supposed to, weed the people out.
But Freaky's like a dance anthem.
Yeah. It's cool. It's cool to see people dance to it.
DISCOTEQ also.
There's a lot of cool dance videos to DISCOTEQ too that I've been seeing. Yeah. Shout out to dancers. I feel like I can't do that at all. And it's really impressive that you can. But that's the goal.
Did you ever think about the world that your music would embody in dancer community?
Yes. In doing a full rebrand and a pivot, it was like, what works?
Do people want to dance to?
Yeah, my version of that is obviously I can't fucking dance for shit. But if it makes me bop my head,
pretty good.
Oh no, I really can't. I can't even touch my toes.
But you do.
No, I gyrate.
You move.
I mean, I jump.
You do gyrate.
Yeah. And I do that moderately okay. But
no, it's pretty good.
It's just
honestly, that's hard. That's where did that come from?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's not natural to a lot of people.
I don't think it's natural to me either. It doesn't feel natural. It just kind of happens.
But that's incredible.
I guess if I say it's not natural and then it just happens, that feels contradictory.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's to be determined if it looks good, but
it does.
It just happens.
It does. It's not TBD. It's been determined.
Oh.
Thinking about it being danceable in your pivot from making previous music.
Yeah.
Of being I just know I want that feeling.
And the idea of if you make music that people want to dance to, they have to listen to the song a lot, right? To learn the dance, whether it's the teacher teaching the class or the people practicing, and then inevitably you listen to a song enough, it's going to get stuck in your head, and then you're just going to have a preference for it, or you're going to play it out, whatever it is. So I think that where things have gotten to now is the byproduct of intentionally going in that direction.
Okay. Are you planning to release vinyl or physicals?
Yes. There will be vinyls towards the end of the year.
What do they look like?
Really sexy. They look really sexy.
Are you planning to do a deluxe version? And will
I don't
that
know, but
be
if I
on-
do, the Tom Fuckery idea would be the thing that I want to go for. I don't know.
What would be on a deluxe?
I don't know.
What is a deluxe?
Honestly, I feel like the answer is no, and I'm just going to go back to doing singles. We could make a deluxe of all the different versions of Discoteq.
That'd be cool. Was the album vision always there and or clear for you?
I feel like more yes than no, but the idea of the album itself, I guess, was a later thought. I don't know. I kind of just feel like it all just happened pretty serendipitously. So I feel like the answer to that is probably yes. It wasn't a stretch to think about what does the visual version of the visual counterpart to this look like. Like that didn't seem, and not that I did that all on my own at all, but
Yeah.
I don't think it was hard to think about what the visual version of that would be.
I feel like it feeds the project so much.
Thanks. The visuals really like, showed up and showed out for sure.
And how did that come to be?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like even though there is definitely like explicitness to some of these songs, at this point, I feel like I'm not trying to go for like visuals that like I'm hot, you know, or like
And
trying
thank
to like
fucking God for that, because
I just think also like videos
It's
that
so
are just like
boring.
those kind of shots. I feel like not that I'm someone that really thinks that there needs to be a story or like a narrative part to a video, but something that's like capturing your eye.
something else.
Yeah, and I do feel like
something else.
Yeah.
That can't be the only thing.
yeah, that only goes so far, or like you can only make so many
Or like
attempts at it. Yeah, and I do feel like a lot of artists at like Slater or Cobra, like her visuals are so cool. And similar thing, like there's explicitness to it, but the visuals itself are just more like the creepy kind of thing, or like it's cool. It's cool, and there's so much room to play. I feel like just because the lyrics are a certain way, that almost gives you more freedom to be weird about it, you know? Because I mean, you could just like watch porn if you wanted the visual that matches the explicitness of some of these lyrics.
Okay, anyways. Artists that inspire you?
I would say like Charlie, these are all like I guess pop culture references, but I really fuck with her personality. I feel like there's a lot of similarities or like complementing traits between us.
She's an icon.
And I love her stage presence. I definitely felt validated, or using that as a reference of like I don't have to have other people on stage, or I can just like move around, you know, and it doesn't have to be this like vocal performance of, you know, the moment. Like there's more to the live performance than just that. It's like you have to entertain people and like stimulate them for a long time. Same thing with Slater, of just especially like the energy that she has. Brie Runway, I know I've already said her, but an independent artist that she's actually looks like a god. Like it's amazing what she looks like and what she sounds like and how she like all of that is and then these are all women. Doja Cat, same thing. I mean, she just like skates across spectrums, right? Like she can do a lot of things, and like obviously she's so fucking hot, but that is not what her aim or objective is all of the time.
I love that. This one is, which song took the longest to perfect?
I actually think it might have been I Like It a Lot.
Okay, last question.
Okay.
Oh my God, we've come so
nervous.
far. This is a broad one,
Okay.
so take your time. What was the favorite part of creating the album?
I had a lot of fun making Second Diesel. It was a really fast turnaround, and I just think that the like precipice for the song is fun. It's a fun story to tell, and I fucking love Paul Mescal, and you know, the song is just so fun. So I think that was my favorite. That was probably the quickest one to happen and first one to come out. So I think that says something. Yeah. And I really like the music video for that one. Grace did a really good job on that video.
She did.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
did.
And you were there for that too.
I was.
You literally are there for everything.
Crazy.
Crazy.
That was a fun one.
Yay.
Yay.
Well, thank you for breaking down my perfect, amazing, and your favorite album, Tom Foolery, by me, Reysha Rami. Thank you for listening to this breakdown, whether in its full entirety or in little clips. Okay. Thoughts on this compared to the other one? Do you think this will be better?
What do you think?
Well, you can't turn the question back on me.
Well,
but yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna do this again. I'm not gonna do this again.